Hello, and welcome back to episode 22 of the Commodity Podcast. I'm your host, Gunter. And before we start, Merry Christmas, everyone. Hope you all had a good holiday. And even more important, I hope you guys spent time with the people you love the most. Continuing our holiday celebration, for this episode, we're celebrating the first anniversary of the Commodity Podcast and my first full year being a YouTuber. So, plans for this episode includes discussing some highlights from this year, specifically the best performing videos on the channel, plus a few of my favorite PvP moments and the plan for the channel in 2026. To finish off, we'll discuss what I'm currently working on for the channel. So, when I first started the channel, the plan was to create a space where I can share my thoughts about GTA, mainly to talk about cars, what I do in game, and a space to share my photos. Kind of like a side project, but over the past few months, this side project has been my main focus. I've managed to create a schedule for the channel and stay consistent. I've also taken on the role as an executive producer, now producing both the Commodity Podcast and Test Drive series. I've also gotten back into photography, which I love doing in my spare time. And finally, the channel is growing. As a matter of fact, by the time you see this episode, we might have hit our 100th subscriber milestone. So, what I thought would be a little bit of fun and maybe something different from our normal programming is to check out some of the videos from last year, check out the ones that perform the best, and maybe narrow them down to just a few picks. So, for this video, I have 4 picks that I want to go over. These are my 4 picks of the best performing videos or some of my favorite videos personally. The best performing video is the No Way Out Negative Press. And this mission is actually pretty easy. You get an unknown text from Avi, which you don't know at the time, but basically is Avi. And you have to go to a payphone location, which he tells you to go to. Now, once you go there, there's a cut scene, and then there's a second payphone that you have to go to. And I do remember thinking, bro, why do I have to go to 2 payphones just to start a mission? The good thing is that once you complete the mission, when you try to restart the mission again to redo it, you only have to go to the payphone that's located on Alta Street. Also, I was trying to be stealthy as possible here, but I took down one guy and the other guy walked back, then found a dead body. So yeah, the stealth approach was out the door. Overall, these missions is actually pretty easy, super quick, takes about 15 minutes to complete each one. And if you haven't checked it out, we do have the how to start and also a full guide on the channel. Another good video that performed well on the channel was the Sentinel XS4. This had to be my top 10 favorite builds, to be honest. I love the E39 M5s. And this video was kind of my way of showing my dream spec M5. The XS4 cost 1.4 million, which I'm gonna say is just unfair pricing. Just like the Weenie Issy, just like the Weenie Issy Rally, 1.8 million for a Mini Cooper is crazy. I think the SS4 should have been priced at around maybe like 700K. But overall, I actually love this spec. I would definitely recommend buying. I love the design, plus the handling is good. I have yet to test it on the track, but the car is actually a pretty perfect commuter car and is very tail happy, especially around those curvy B roads by my mansion location. But yeah, again, love this car and I do not plan on selling it. The next video I recorded was back in March. I wanted to create a video showing how I make money in GTA Online. That week, I remember selling the Vapid Firebolt ASP. At the time, my main source of income was through auto shop business. So when Rockstar released information about a new pickup truck, I was definitely planning on purchasing it for the auto shop business and maybe using it while doing some auto shop related tasks. But it's a good looking truck, especially the build that I created. But what really turned me off is that it was in the off-road class and it was limited with customization options. So I ended up selling it, to be honest. This is also the same video which I recorded my lifestyle routine. Things like showering, keeping active by like swimming, jogging, cycling. I also share my business management tips and my solo guide specifically for car guys. This guide was intended for people who like to drive around in GTA Online. Normally, I do these guides in the morning. I would wake up, make a cup of coffee, load GTA Online, turn on Spotify or a podcast, and start the morning routine in game. This routine keeps my player stats at max, and the guide is what helped me got to 60 million. Overall, this was a good episode. It did take some time to gain traction, but within the last 2 months, it finally passed 1,000 views. The next is a bonus and a personal favorite of mine. Episode 14 was the first episode I started to express some thoughts outside of the game. Like real life shit. Like me being a dad, spending some time with my family. Also, I pay attention to businesses for my stock portfolio. And this was the first time I had saw news about Take Two, which I also shared in this episode. That was my first time sharing a news clip and my thoughts on Take Two Interactive as a company. But the most important thing for me in this episode was relatability. I wanted people to know that not only I play games, but also I do a great job at parenting and I do take care of my loved ones. The last video is one of my top 20 PvP fight clips that I've recorded. Let's check it out.
Gotcha, bitch! No way!
Oh my god!
Gotcha, bitch!
Shoot. Okay, prepare to go ghost.
This one was funny to me because not only did I hit them with a surprise attack, but because they was killing everybody in the lobby after I recorded this video, I guess because players saw me attacking them, they decided to join. And at some point, it was like 10 against just the three of them. So within like 2 minutes, they end up just leaving. With the new year approaching, I do have some upcoming plans for the channel. Just a few changes that I think will be good for the channel going forward. The first is to continue staying consistent with scheduling. Most podcasts that I do listen to is super consistent with scheduling. And last year we did attempt to schedule, we did fail. We changed the scheduling time a few times actually. And now I think our scheduling is much better, is more consistent, and technically I have been more consistent with it within the past 3 months. At the moment, our schedule is Wednesdays and Saturdays at 8 a.m. And if there's any change to the schedule, then you can definitely check out our community board for more information. Another future goal of mine is to reach 500 subscribers or more by Q2 of 2026, which begins in April. Currently, the channel's at 94 subscribers, so yeah, that's the goal for the channel, at least by Q1 of 2026. My last plan is to upgrade my console. This was the first console that I purchased on my own. All the other ones I had to ask my parents to purchase for me. I purchased this bad boy with my own money from my first serious job that I had at the time. And that's kind of why I cherish this console. Aside from minor dusts, the console is in perfect condition. When the PS5 dropped, I couldn't get one locally without having to pay 200 to 400 over retail. And since my game was in good condition, I decided to hold on to my PS4 instead of upgrading. After Rockstar removal of the option of recording game, and the fact that I noticed that I couldn't play with nobody that was playing on a PS5, that's when I really started playing the game solo. I also used to create cinematic car videos. Pretty sure if you go on YouTube and type in Gunter Browne, you'll find my old YouTube channel. But all that had to stop as well. So this year, I do plan on upgrading my console and maybe later on upgrading my computer as well. I'll keep you guys posted, but if you would like to help out, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. And if you personally like to support me and this channel, then you can help me out by checking out the links in the description below. I do have a bit of an announcement to make. We will be taking a winter break starting December 27th through January 4th. And to be honest, I basically plan on spending time with my family. My son's birthday is coming up. He's turning 12, so I'm also going to prepare for that. The next episode will be released on January 10th. For that video, we will go through my full car collection, basically what's going, what's staying, and much, much more. I'm excited for that video, so stay tuned. In the meantime, I have been working on the winter edition of the test drive series. I recently released the Anis Helion Overland build and the test drive video. And I also released the Vapid Caracara 4x4 Overland build and test drive video. For the next 2 weeks, test drive winter edition will be released every single day until the snow is gone in game. So in the meantime, you can still look forward to seeing more videos on the channel while we take a break. I want to thank you guys for the subs recently, and I do wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's. As usual, if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and let me know what's your thoughts in the comments below. Be sure to check out the Test Drive series, which release on Wednesdays at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and our podcast, which release on Saturdays at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As always, you can get in touch with me on Instagram at Gunter Browne, or you can email me at inquire.gb@gmail.com. Thank you all for listening this week, and please join us next time for another episode of the Commodity Podcast.